Trends in the modern periodic table. Here mainly we want to discuss about the valency and the atomic size. See, the valency means what? Here the number of valence electron present in the outer shell, so that is called valency. Then the atomic sizes refers to the radius of an atom. Atomic size refers to the radius of an atom. So this is called atomic size. The atomic size may be visualized as the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost cell of an isolated atom. So the atomic radius of for hydrogen atom is 37 picometer. So here the 1 picometer, the pm indicates 1 picometer. 1 picometer is converts to meter, mean 10 power minus 12 meter. So this is the main thing. Now already you see that the atomic radius decreases in moving from left to right along the period. So this is due to the increase in nuclear charge, which tends to pull the electrons closer to the nucleus and reduces the size of the atom. So in group 2, that period 2 elements like boron, suppose boron, beryllium, oxygen, nitrogen, lithium, carbon. Look at here. So I will give the atomic radius. Atomic radius, the unit is picometer, 88 picometer. Beryllium is 111 picometer. Oxygen 66 picometer. Nitrogen 74 picometer. Lithium 152 picometer, and carbon is 77 picometer. See, this is the question. Some atomic radius are given in period 2 element. See, arrange them the decreasing order of the atomic radii. See, look at the decreasing order of the atomic radii. First, which element? The lithium. So lithium is 152. Then the next one is what? Beryllium is 111 picometer. Third is boron, and the next is what? Boron. Carbon 77. Carbon is 77. Then nitrogen is 74. Then oxygen 66. So this is the decreasing order of the atomic radius. So this is the decreasing order of the atomic radius. Now check the atomic radius changes, changes as you go from left to right in the period. Look at lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. So here decreases down from left to right. The atomic radius decreases from left to right in the period, that is moving from left to right along a period. So this is due to the increasing the nuclear charge, which tends to pull the electrons closer to the nucleus and the radius, the size of the atom. So you will see that the atomic size increases. So lithium, and the next higher size is beryllium, then increases in boron. The atomic sizes are increases. Then the atomic sizes are increases down the group also. This is because the new cells are being added as we go down the group. So this increase in the distance between the outermost electron and the nucleus of the atomic size increases in spite of the increase in the nuclear charges. Then metallic and the non-metallic properties. Look at this, the periodic table, that is metallic and the non-metallic properties. Here, the metallic properties, like except that hydrogen, the others are the group 1 elements are called alkali metals, and the group 2 elements are alkaline earth metals, and this are also called S block element. Then in middle of the series, that is in P block, and in between the P block and the S block element, they are called D block elements. So they are called completely metals. They are completely filled with metals. So also called a transition metal. And then the lanthanum series, that is called from 57, then the 58, atomic number 58 from cerium. Then the actinoids, the actinium series is called, that is actinoids, that is thorium, from that thorium. They having 14 elements. In this group, 14 elements are there. That is also called inner transition elements. So these are radioactive elements. The actinoid series elements are radioactive elements that we discuss later. That is in higher studies, not here. That is in higher studies. Look at here. The group 1 is alkali metals, and the group 2 is alkaline earth metal. Now, let's go from left to right. The metallic characters is what decreases. That means boron is a non-metal. Boron is a semi-metal. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. These are the non-metallic elements. Here, look at this. The metals like sodium, magnesium in group 3, that is towards left hand to the left hand side the periodic table. This is the left hand side periodic table, while in non-metals like sulfur, phosphorus, the chlorine, like this in the right hand side. See, in this middle, look at this, in this middle we have silicon. Look at this, the silicon and the arsenic, which is classified as a metal. That means are metalloids. Silicon, arsenic, tellurium, polonium. So they are act as a semi-metals or metalloids. They exhibit, because they exhibit some properties of both metals and the non-metal. So in the modern periodic table, they have a zigzag line separate in a metal. Look, this is a metal and this is a non-metal. So they have a zigzag line like this. So they have a zigzag line. Then the border lines of the elements like boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, polonium, they are the intermediate properties of the element. So they are called metalloids or semi-metals. Already you have learned that is in chapter 3, metals and non-metal. The metals tend to lose electrons while forming bonds. That is, they are electropositive in nature. So elements, the metallic elements character they have a electropositive charge. Sodium having positive charge, potassium having positive charge, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, barium, like this. These are the positive charge, and the D block elements, scandium, titanium, vanadium, and all elements are having positive charges. Even in lanthanides, actinides also. But in non-metallic character, like sometimes positive, and most of them are negatively charged. Oxygen having negative charge, fluorine having negative charge, nitrogen having negative charge. See, the effective nuclear charge acting on the valence shell electrons, the increases across the period. So the tendency to lose the electron will decrease down the group. The effective nuclear charge experienced by the valence electrons is decreasing because of the outermost electron are further away from the nucleus. So therefore these can be lost easily. Hence the metallic character decreases across the period and increases down the group. So metallic character, look at here, that across the period decreases, increase the down the group, increase the metallic character. So lithium, sodium, potassium, the metallic characters are increases. That means already we were learned high reactive element, the least reactive elements. Then the non-metals. The non-metals, on the other hand, the electronegativity like carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So these are the non-metallic elements. So here they tend to form bonds in the gaining of electrons. So let us learn about the variation of the properties, that is how would you the tendency to gain electron changes from the left hand side to right hand side, that is across the period. How would you tendency to gain electron changes you go down the groove? See, look at here, that already we were seeing the fluorine, chlorine, bromine, that valence electrons are same, but look at the fluorine is the highest electronegative element. Down the group, the electronegativity decreases. So fluorine is the most electronegativity element. In oxygen also, oxygen having the electronegativity compared to more electronegativity compared to sulfur. Then selenium, then tellurium, metallic characters are increases, so that it will become electropositive in nature. Similarly, nitrogen and phosphorus. Nitrogen having the electronegative element. The carbon sometimes having carbanion and the carbocation, that we will discuss in later. Like this, see, the electronegativity decreases down the groove. So the trends to electronegativity shows the non-metals are found in the right hand side in the periodic table towards the top. So these trends also help to predict the nature of the oxides formed by the elements, because it is known to you that oxides of metals are basic and the non-metals are acidic in general. Already we were learnt in chapter 3, that is metals and non-metal. So these are the trends that is in modern periodic table. So modern periodic table having 18 groups, 7 periods.